I want you to close your eyes if you're comfortable and imagine for a moment. You get to bed early, you have a great night of sleep, you wake before your alarm. What do you do with your newfound time? I know we have some early bird seize the day kind of folks in here, but for me, I always just bask in the cozy warmth, snuggle in my blankets, let my mind wander, maybe browse the internet on my phone. We usually think of inertia as movement, but as they say, an object at rest tends to stay at rest. Until I absolutely need to get up. I'm that way with a lot of things. I'm a voracious reader, but if I finish a book and I'm not sure what to read next, it might be a month before I even start on anything else. And instead of reading, I just stick with my warm, cozy doom scrolling, Netflix. That's why when I finish a book, the very next thing I do is get another one. Having that habit means that I'll always have something queued up, so inertia doesn't keep me at rest longer than I should be. I think inertia is at play in the big stuff too. Relationships, where we live, really how we spend all of our time. When I was growing up, inertia was always keeping me moving. I always had the next thing queued up. If you don't know me, I'm very type A. I do know how to relax and be low-key as well, but to be honest, that's because being low-key is a pretty valuable social skill, and as a good type A, when I see a skill, I want to master it. So in high school, when I had to choose which extracurricular to do, I decided on all of them. And I always had the next thing I needed to do. And then in college, even more. Majors and internships and volunteering and starting a nonprofit. I had a voracious appetite for knowledge. And then graduating, getting an entry-level job and figuring things out and going for promotion and serendipitously finding the next job and so on. Always the next thing queued up, inertia always keeping me in motion. Until it wasn't. My previous job wasn't perfect, but it checked enough of the boxes. So I stayed there for a while. Wasn't totally happy, but I was comfortable. Cozy under the covers, doom scrolling even after my alarm went off. Leaving that job was the first time I really made a big life decision for myself. When I didn't have the next thing queued up and know exactly what it was, when I didn't just serendipitously stumble onto the next thing, taking whatever path seemed natural, or really taking whatever path fit within the box that I or that our society had constructed for people like me. Doing the next thing that time was hard. My previous transitions were quick and seamless affairs, but here, after I started feeling unhappy, it took me over a year before I realized that I wanted to leave the job, and then another half year before I found my current job. And every step of the way, I was second-guessing myself. Do I really want to leave? I like my coworkers, and I'm learning a lot. And if I did leave, what would I even do? Would I have to move, uproot myself? Do I want to move? Have a change of scenery, see the world? Would I need to take a pay cut? When all I cared about was moving forward, it was easy. There was always inertia, keeping me on the path laid out by corporate America. There was always the next thing to do. But following somebody else's template won't get me where I want to be, won't make me the person that I want to be. And I had to sit with uncertainty and accept that I didn't know what was next in order to figure out my own approach, path, values. Now, I'm happy at my job, but there are still some other things where I'm comfortable. Maybe some of that languishing that Vanessa was talking about a few weeks ago. Warm under the covers, doom scrolling, unsure of what's next, not wanting to take that first terrifying step into the cold. But maybe time to get up.